Hello, my name is Big Sayoni, a public speaker, a teacher, and a lifestyle enthusiast. You're welcome to my channel. On this channel today, we're going to be looking at how Africans living abroad use the money sent back to Africa. I'm going to repeat it. How Africans living abroad use their money sent back to Africa. Fine, it's a unique topic. Here on this channel, we talk about the lifestyle of the black people, especially Africans living abroad, and generally the lifestyle. You're welcome on board. So quickly, before we go on, I must remind you that subscribing on this channel holds great value. If what we're laying on this channel, promoting African lifestyle and culture and the people of the African continent, if you feel you've derived value in it, please help a brother out. Press on the red button and give me a thumbs up. Alright, quickly let's go to our edition this time around that talks about Africans living abroad, how they spend the money they send to Africa. It is important to note that Africans everywhere are hardworking people. Sincere and genuine African work hard anywhere abroad. They work day and night to amass what we call foreign exchange. The basic reason why an African travel though is for the foreign exchange. Make some money abroad, send it to Africa, let it be utilized for certain purposes. Because of foreign exchange, everyone wants to leave Africa. Okay, so we're considering that fact that how they spend their money, the money they send back home, what do they use it for? The very first thing they do with some of this money is community development. It is important to note that an average African comes from a particular village. It comes from a particular community. And in such community, we believe that people that live in that community virtually knows all of them. So you can't leave a particular village or a community and travel abroad without people knowing of your movement in that community. So it is very obvious that however you go live abroad, you make some money, you send some money back home, it's going to be at your heart to construct certain road, sink some borehole for people to drink good water. In some remote villages of Africa, you probably may not have good drinking water. In some remote villages of Africa, you probably do not have passable roads. In some remote villages, you probably do not have electrification at all. People live like that for years and years. Yet you have so much money going into political development by African leaders and the rest. I don't want to go into political development now. I don't want to go into that now because that is a story for another day. Let's come back to how people raise money individually abroad and send money back home for people to benefit from it. The first thing, like I said, is what community development. People gather together abroad, like 2, 3, 4, 5 friends working abroad can team up to execute certain projects like water, like good road, like building center for homeless people, motherless privileged home they can build for them and the rest of it. So a lot of the money that goes into Africa from abroad is one, it goes into community development, and you need people. So for the fact that you have to travel abroad from a village, everybody knows you have traveled. And the next thing is they're expecting that you're going to send money to either your family or to some group of people, to NGO activities or CBO, that's church-based organizations, for them to execute certain projects. In between the community development, you have your immediate family, which is the very first thing you're going to do. You want to take care of dependent school fees for children, health for children, family dependent on you and the rest of it. Fine. That is number one priority. Taking care of the immediate family. It's very, very important. The next thing is the community. Just like we all know in Africa that all the community have to bring up a child. Your family can't bring up a child alone. Everybody virtually knows you and you equally know almost all the people in your village. So it is your responsibility as you leaving that crib, the hood, to a better society, a higher society, a society where you can earn more, you can live more. It is very, very important to remember where you're coming from, giving back to the community. So the very first thing Africans living abroad do with the money that is sent back home is what? Community development. Apart from your immediate family responsibility where you have to pay upkeep, children's school fees and the rest of it, the most important thing here is the first one is community development. Yeah, the second reason what Africans actually do with the money they send abroad is health programs and building of health centers. Actually, you have it in two versions. You have the health centers construction and you equally have the health programs. Under the health centers, you have a situation where you have communities far away from the city. You have villages that is very, very interior from the capital city. A journey of like 2 hours, maybe like 120 kilometers away from the capital city. Now, a place like that, you may now find basic, very good government health system there. So people that are of gold mind actually come together to develop a project like health centers, where you can find immediate health centers. And so that's where you find health centers. Health centers are being built in several villages because of the distance, very long distance, 2 hours drive to the capital city. So you have health centers for people to be taken care of and actually manage their health issues. As a matter of fact, some of these health centers are being managed by individuals and NGOs and CBO, that's community-based organizations. They take care of them. They even pay the nurses and the doctors there. You may find, you may not find a doctor in that centers, but you can find nurses and midwives where they can take care, they can do child delivery and the rest of it. But of course, these people are being managed by individual money that's been sent from abroad to the... Now, the second health program is checking of old age health status. You have several old age diseases affecting old people, like eye problem, like sight problem, several ailments happening to old people especially. So some of this money goes into some of this program. Now, a lot of people in the diaspora, there are several organizations that is in the diaspora, this, diaspora that, they come together to help facilitate livelihood. Just like I said, health community program, and you have health centers, which is divided into two, the health centers construction and the health program, trying to make sure that the lifestyle of people are being prolonged, they live healthy, like eye problem are being, opticians coming, checking their eye sight, and then probably take care of that side and several other things. Those are recommended on a serious issue more than what the health centers can take care, are being referred to the big city where they can have better medical attention. Okay, so far we have looked at community development program. We have equally looked at health centers and health programs in which all the money of serious-minded Africans that travel abroad sent money back home to do. Now, the third one, which is very, very important, which is actually the life wire of why some of us are on YouTube and the rest of it, is vocational and educational programs. A lot of young people up in Africa are jobless. Why? Because not as if they can get a job, a lot of them are not vocationally trained. Skill acquisition is very, very important. There is no society that actually thrived without skill acquisition. You want to learn welding fabrications, you need to fabricate a metal, you need carpentry, woodwork, you need electricity, and the rest of it. After school, we have to go to some of this facility to acquire certain skills, like whatever choice you want to learn as skill acquisition. That way, you can use that to empower yourself and then get value for your life. So some of this money that comes abroad as a matter of foreign exchange is being converted to vocational training centers where people go in, acquire certain skills, they learn skills, and they get empowered by themselves, for themselves and their families. So it's very important that the most important thing that thrives around here is vocational skills. You can have a plumber, you can have a carpenter, you can have a fabricator, all these things brought up or put together by some money that are being sent from abroad to Africa, and they are being managed well by either the church group or the non-governmental organization activities. Okay, so far so good. We have looked at community development, health centers and programs, community, vocational and educational programs where young people are being trained for skill acquisition, and some kids equally that are from the less privileged families are equally being taken care of by way of paying their tuition fee in schools and colleges where they can have good qualifications for the future world of competition for employment and the rest of it. So if this video has actually done you a great value, please do not forget to subscribe on this channel so that you can be probably updated each time we have a new video.